Shalom, my name is Yoshua Yaakov. I'm making this video from Jerusalem. I'm a didactic scientist, the Rav Yoshua, and this is an answer to Hitchens' challenge. He keeps making the same challenge and he keeps getting the same answer, but he doesn't respond, and he keeps telling everybody that nobody's ever taken me up on this. Okay, the answer is to your challenge, Hitch. Quote, "The truth is the information that never changes," parenthetically in finality, changing, parenthetically in intentionality. Close parens, full stop, end quote. Hitch, the bottom line is simple. Your challenge is that you must name for me a statement or a moral action performed by a religious person that couldn't be made or performed by someone of no faith. I'm religious, I made it. You're not, you're an atheist. So make it. And when you do, then I will show the specious origins of your rather flimsy, pathetic argument about your atheism. In Jerusalem, your spends are a non-starter. I don't know what book you're up to in the Brothers Karamazov that you're living out your theater in the round, live theater in America, impressing everybody. What a brilliant guy you are. But in any event, you have your answer, and so let's hear what you have to say. I'll repeat it in case you didn't hear it the first time. The answer to your challenge is, quote, "The truth is the information that never changes," parenthetically in finality, close parens, changing, underscored, parenthetically in intentionality, close parens, full stop, end quote. That's the answer to your challenge. And by the way, an answer to your atheism, you're a Jew, you should have more brains, but okay, so you don't. The answer to your challenge happens to provide the paradox to dilemma to dichotomy access, which is the central cognitive behavioral science of man and mankind's redemption. And I hate to give you the bad news, Christopher, but the God of the cosmos and the God of Israel are one, and you happen to have missed a rather significant event, and that is the collapse of the local reality. So there are a couple of things that I would just like to add to my answer, and that is there are three things that prove beyond a question the existence of God, and they are the collapse of the local reality, which unfortunately you don't know enough physics to understand or comprehend. Who am I to say? Maybe you do. And the second is Bell's theorem, which I'm sure you know about, which defines the incompleteness of the quantum theory, and in particular its inequality. And the third thing that confirms the God of the cosmos, the God of consciousness, the God of humility, the God of Israel, the great God that created us and forbears with the ignorance and stupidity of people like you, Christopher. He's a long-suffering God. Okay. The third thing to complete the thought is the faith of Israel for thousands of years. And I would just simply say that the specious arguments about the 3,500, 4,000 years of creation is a misreading. And the Rambam and others recognized very much the underlying science of biology and evolution, and they were talking about cosmic years, and there's a meta-narrative to the literal definitions that people take, and it's esoteric beyond the purposes of this video. But I want to return to your challenge and remind you and your readership that you have your answer. And so if you can utter the statement, I'm a religious person, I made this statement, and I say that you cannot utter that statement, and if you do, then and only then will I answer you and tell you why you cannot, and you in fact did not make the statement, even though you might think you did. But that's a surprise that awaits you, Hitch, because this is, after all, this is your challenge. And you love polemics and debating, and I'm a scientist. I'm a didactic scientist. I never went to I never went to Oxford and had undertaken philological studies for decades, and been a journalist and traveled all over the world, and the like. I was, I am the youngest of 7 boys, only 5 surviving today. And I had to drop out of high school and go to work. But I would have dropped out anyway if I didn't have to, because it was boring. And then thinking better of the whole idea of an education, I went back to school, went to college for a few years, and I found out it was another empty bucket. And so I dropped out of college and just read the classics on my own. So I'm very easy for a very skilled polemist like yourself to take on and to make look foolish and ridiculous, as you love to do with your debating partners. So by all means, please, here's my answer to your challenge for the 3rd time. Quote, "Truth is the information that never changes. In finality, parenthetically, changing, parenthetically and intentionality, close parents, full stop, end quote." I'll repeat it. Quote, "Truth is the information that never changes, parenthetically, in finality, close parents, changing, parenthetically and intentionality, full stop, end quote." So there you go. It's very simple. And I would just give you one little hint. This simple answer that you've managed to receive is disarmingly simple, but it has Baruch Hashem, it has a very significant hidden complexity. So I wish you good luck with it, and do let me know if you can make this statement, because I'm be very interested to hear. And I repeat, the underlying logic of the statement is the paradox to dilemma to dichotomy axis central to identity resolution in the post-collapse of the local reality globally, which for you as an atheist, let's see, that would be the pre-modern modern ascent from behavioral man to cognitive man, based upon the new central organizing principle of modernity, which is receiving to give, which is the new cognitive behavioral science first principle. I'm its author, by the way. But anyway, I'm very anxiously awaiting your answer, and I'm just the humble servant of the God of Israel, the God of the cosmos, the God of science, the humble, the loving and patient and long-suffering God that endures the angry little boy who says you don't exist, and all the other specious insults and libels. But of course, who can know the God? So we bless you from Jerusalem, Hitch, and in Kabel B'Shvilatet. That's the Hebrew for receiving to give. And thank you for listening. I'm Yoshua Yaakov Ben Avraham, a didactic scientist, formerly an American citizen living 22 years in Jerusalem, formerly Michael O'Donnell. And so thank you for listening, and be well, and shalom from Jerusalem.